Distinguished Chief Guest Padma Shri Professor K.L. Chopra, respected Director Professor Shivaji Chakrabarti, honorable members of the Board of Governors, members of the Senate, members of the faculty and staff, dear graduates, your parents, students, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed my honor and a great privilege to welcome each and every one of you in the August gathering today and to introduce the chief guest to all of you. I took over as the chairperson of NIT Calicut Board of Governors 1 year ago. And during this period, I have had an opportunity to get better acquainted with the Institute, and we have seen during this year the introduction of a new director, Professor Chakrabarti. Having worked with him for the past few months, I'm extremely confident that he will take this institute to greater heights. Thank you, Professor Chakrabarti, for joining us here as the director of this institute. Today is the 11th convocation of this institute. It is a great opportunity for the community to come together, to take measure and to resolve to move forward. It's also an opportunity to celebrate and honor the achievements of our members and reflect on what we have, what we want to do, and what will take this institute to greater heights. We will celebrate today your hard work and a hope of a brighter future. And I hope each one of you will never forget where you graduated from, will look back on this day and say, I'm proud that I graduated from NIT Calicut. Please remember to say that to everyone. Your learning here at the Institute will, I'm confident, stand you in really good stead. Okay? And today, I think we are very fortunate to have with us Padma Shri Professor K.L. Sharma. I've had the opportunity this morning and last few hours to get better acquainted for him, and I can tell you everything that I say in the formal introduction will not do him justice. He is an iconic man, truly inspirational. I found him inspiring in the last few hours talking to him, and I'm sure you will find him very inspiring too. He is known most of all for the iconic reinvention of IIT Kharagpur, his work in thin film technology, and most of all for encouraging budding new entrepreneurs who are making a real mark in industry today. Professor Chopra's major research contributions span over a wide variety of topics in solid-state physics, nanoscience, technology of thin films, etc. He was born in 1933 in West Punjab, which is now in Pakistan. He received his BSc honors and MSc in physics from Delhi University and later completed his doctoral thesis from the University of British Columbia, Canada, under the World University Fellowship. He served in a variety of senior R&D positions for 17 years in different institutions in Canada, Germany, and USA, besides engaging in teaching engagements at Cornell University and Northeastern Universities in USA. He returned to India in 1970 to work at IIT Delhi, where he was a senior professor and head of Physics and Energy Center. He took over as the director of IIT Kharagpur in 1987, where he worked for the next 10 years, 2 terms, which at that time was quite unusual, and I think he was the first one to do that, and was successful in transforming IIT Kharagpur into one of the best institutes in this country and internationally. After retirement, he served IIT Delhi as the IREDA chair, professor in solar energy. For his work and contributions, Professor Chopra has been conferred with the title of honorary professor by several noted academic institutions. He has supervised 60 PhD students. He has co-authored, edited 10 books, published over 430 research papers. He holds 5 US patents and transferred 10 know-hows to industry. His book, Thin Film Phenomena, published in 1969, is considered as the Bible of the field and is precursor to what is now called as nanotechnology. Thin Film Lab in IIT Delhi and Microscience Lab in IIT Kharagpur, founded by him, are known globally for pioneering contributions in this area. A dozen of his PhD students are now entrepreneurs and head some major R&D companies globally. Recipients of awards, which include the S.S. Bhatnagar Prize, Baba Award, Aryabhatta and Mahalanobis Medals, Distinguished Scientist and Lifetime Achievement Awards of Solar Energy Society, Materials Research Society of India, and Indian National Academy of Engineering. Distinguished Academician Award by IIT Patna, ISAI of USA Citation Laureate Award for being one of the 8 most highly cited Indian scientists. Professor Chopra is truly a legend. Elected Fellow of all Science and Engineering Academies of India, Professor Chopra has been conferred Padma Shri by the Government of India for his contributions to science and engineering in 2008. Sir, our institute is honored to have this very experienced derive the benefit of your wisdom as the chief guest for this occasion. We're very proud and delighted that your gracious presence on our campus was made possible. We're very keen to listen and learn from you, from your profound experience, and I'm thrilled to extend a very hearty and affectionate welcome to you, sir. We heard our director, Dr. Shivaji Chakrabarti, recounting what NIT Calicut has achieved in the recent past and what it has attained over the years. I've learned that ever since its establishment in 1961 as an REC, it has respected the values of integrity, social relevance, profound scientific and technological empowerment and humility, and above all, national service. When in 2007, NITC Act was introduced, the Calicut Regional Institute of REC was accorded the status of a National Institute of Technology and recognized as a bastion of higher technical learning and scientific research. But we still have to continue our journey for attaining the vision that NITC beholds, international standing of highest caliber. And I'm confident that we have a very strong team of faculty, staff, officers that commit themselves to this purpose and whose contributions cannot be ignored. A big thank you to all the people who work at this institute for making this a very great place of learning. Individual students, faculty, each one of them have made this their purpose, and that is where the success of NITC lies. Our faculty has contributed immensely to industry know-how and also explored modern-day pedagogy to benefit students. They have extended valuable guidance and support to the students to aid their learning and their development, focusing on current and future industry requirements. And this despite a big shortage of staff. The people have gone out of their way to really leave no stone unturned to make sure that the students get what they need in order to pursue their education and their degrees. As part of our long-term goal, we are now exploring the possibilities of producing technology and engineering solutions so that we can fulfill our duties bestowed on us not only by the people of India, but also the world over. I agree that we still have some issues to address in this institute, most important of all, to improve the staff strength, the faculty strength, and I'm confident that we will address it in the near future. And we also will be working quite closely with industries and R&D organizations to achieve our goal of excellence. Now, a word of advice to the graduates. As I said first, I hope all of you will leave this institute and very proudly say that you are glad to have graduated from NIT Calicut. I have seen many students, and from the industry that I come in, which is the software industry, I can tell you that the one thing that's led to the success of the software industry in India is the talent, the engineering and the science talent and the management talent that we have in this country. And it is not the cost, it is not the facilities here. If there is one thing, it is only the supreme capability and the intellect of our people. And that is all of you, my friends, graduates. And that is what you represent for this country, and that is what you have to be very proud of and take it forward. But unfortunately, there is a very high trend of people wanting to take in what I call as the easy way out, go abroad, go to the US, go to the West, find jobs and not come back. And I urge all of you and remind you that you have a duty to this country. And I urge you that I have made the choice to remain in this country and become successful, and I urge all of you to look at that option. It is good to go outside, it is good to learn from the West, it is good to study there, work there for a few years, but at the end of the day, I do believe that is each and every one of your duty to come back to India and make this truly a great country. Okay? There is a lot to be done here. in terms of infrastructure, in terms of manufacturing, in terms of how we take our rural sector forward, and I'm counting on all of you to really contribute to this country. And it's not just in terms of working somebody. I think there is also a lot of opportunity opening up in this country in terms of, for entrepreneurs. There is now capital available. There are plenty of opportunities available. The startup environment is extremely vibrant, even here in Kerala, in Calicut, in Cochin, and in other parts of the country. There's an extremely vibrant startup culture, and I hope many of you will not just take jobs, but will also use the opportunity to set up some of your own ventures and become very successful entrepreneurs. I think as Dr. Abdul J. Kalam once said, youth have fewer biases about their society as compared to grown-ups. I hate to say this, but a lot of us grown-ups, that's including me, could sometimes behave like a herd of elephants which are just going on one single path without even questioning it. And I hope all of you will have the courage to stand up, challenge, question society, question, I'm sorry to say this, parents, but also question parents, and to really look at what is it that can be done differently and make the courage to do things and really take a big leap forward. All I'd like to say at the end is that learning never stops. I hope you don't think that you're finished with books and you're finished with learning. I think learning is a never-ending process, so as you go along, please remember, this is only the start of it. I don't know how many of you know, there's a Sanskrit shloka. I will not attempt to say it in Sanskrit. They say that 1/4 of your learning comes from the teachers, 1/4 comes from experience, and 1/4 comes from your own ability, okay, amongst other things. So I do believe that you have a big role to play. All you have accomplished so far is the 1/4 that your teachers have given you. I still think that you have 3/4 of learning to go in your life, and please remember to continue learning as you go. And finally, please, graduates, dare to dream and dare to live your dreams. Thank you.